Hey guys, how are we doing today? Thanks for coming to watch the video here today. What we are going to be doing is we are going to be putting on a Synergy sector shaft brace and a Synergy track bar brace. So there's our part numbers and whatnot. Right now, well, it's going to be going on my Jeep. Right now, I do have a TerraFlex track bar, which is right here. So I did have a rock crawler track bar before, and I know just from, we thought that they were going to work. We did it on Rob's Jeep. He had to actually end up changing it over to, he did a TerraFlex track bar as well. I had a rock crawler. I changed it over to TerraFlex because I knew I would be doing this. And so anyway, so we're going to get this all started. We're going to get the tire pulled off and whatnot. But as you can see here, here's our parts that we have to use. Our bolts, instructions, and then here's our sector shaft here. So that's the piece there. That's the big nut that goes on the end and whatnot. And we got our hardware package for this as well, and our instructions here. So we have everything. We're gonna get everything rolling, and we'll keep you updated as we go along. Okay, so we do have the track bar off here now. As you can see, what I have here is I do have an aftermarket track bar bolt. I did that when I put I guess the rock crawler one on, but I had it when I had this on as well. But anyway, so that's our track bar. It's down. That's the bracket itself. The next thing that we do have to do is take these bolts and these bolts out, because this bracket that we have right here is the bracket that is going to fit right up in here, and that's going to brace it like you can see it there. So we've just got to get everything, get a little bit more taken apart to get that done, but everything's coming apart here really good. Okay, so as you can see, we've got our bracket in place. This piece here, now we just had the track bar bolt stuck back in there just to keep everything in place. But these are the 4 bolts that we do have. These come out of your steering box there. So we will have to put those back in. Blue Loctite I do suggest you use for those. And these bolts go in right back into these holes in that respect, like so. We just got to get our bolts for these 2 different holes here, get those in place, get everything tightened up, torqued up appropriately, and then we gotta do our sector shaft. So the thing you have to do before you put your steering box back in place, just get these 2 bolts in here. We just got them in loosely right now, and then we're gonna put these in. We'll get the steering box all lined up. Okay, so we have our bolts here, our steering box bolts. They are loosely put in. We got blue Loctite on those. We do have to get these tightened up. This is the next piece that this is the next piece that we are going to be putting on. This is the sector shaft brace. So there's a nut right there that has to go on it as well. But anyway, that fits up right up in here, and you can see the bolts that they line up there and stuff like that. But what you need to do, these bolts here, your steering box, there we go. Those have to be torqued at 70 foot-pounds. These bolts here are at 50 foot-pounds. Make sure you have your track bar bolt in there just so that you've got everything lined up, because this will suck it in just a little bit more, as will this one here. So yeah, so the next step that we got to do is we just have to get our sector shaft brace on. We had to make a stop at our local PA shop. We had to get a 1 inch and 5/16 socket, because our nut on our sector shaft that fits. So as you can see, we have pretty much everything all done here now. So this is the bracket here that goes on our pitman arm, our sector shaft in that respect. These two bolts here have to torque at 50. We've got a bolt way up in here. This one right there, that bolt there, that's going to be torqued at 50. So those are the three last bolts that you do have to put in this to hold this all in place. Your sector shaft bolt there, that one has to be torqued at 150 foot-pounds. And then we just got to put our track bar back in there, and we will be done. And I'll let you know how the steering is on this. I know I've driven one with this sector shaft brace in there, and it does make a big difference on how the Jeep does handle. I mean, I've upgraded all the parts, like my tie rod, drag link, and track bar are all TerraFlex pieces. So I've done everything that I can do there. This sector shaft piece is the last thing that I can do or could do, you know, short of doing ram assist or something like that. But anyway, so we'll just get our track bar installed, and that'll be it for today. But what we're doing now, we're just getting our tire on. We're gonna get the Jeep down on the ground to get our track bar up in place and get it put back in. So we'll get that done, and that'll make us complete. Be done everything. So it's looking good. Everything is all torqued up. All our bolts here are torqued up. This is all torqued up. This one's torqued. There's one up in here that's torqued. That's all torqued down now. So yeah, we're ready to go.